Hello, my amazing learners, and welcome back to the Wisdom English podcast. My name is Sarah. Have you ever felt stuck in your life? Like every week feels the same? You wake up, you go through your routine, you scroll on your phone, you feel a little guilty, and you promise to change, but then nothing really changes. I have been there too. Many times we say we want to get better at English. We say we want to live healthier. We say we want to be more focused, more confident, more creative. But deep down, we're just repeating the same habits, the same choices, the same safe patterns. And here's the hard truth. If you change nothing, nothing will change. And make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I'll reveal the simple secret that can help you start making real changes in your life. Starting today. It sounds simple, right? But sometimes, simple truths are the ones we ignore the most. We wait for the right time. We wait for motivation to strike like lightning. We wait until we're not tired or not busy. But let me remind you of something very important. A small step forward is still a step out of where you were stuck. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need movement. Time keeps moving forward, and yet we're still waiting, still saying, one day. But maybe one day is just code for never. In this quiet moment, I want to sit with you, just you and me. Let's talk about why we hold ourselves back, why change feels so heavy, and why even the tiniest shift, one small new choice, can slowly open a new door. Nothing blooms overnight, but every beautiful flower starts with a single courageous decision to push through the soil. You don't have to become someone else. You don't need to impress the world. You just need to whisper to yourself, I deserve better than staying stuck. Change doesn't require noise. It just needs honesty and a little bit of courage. So, let's breathe together. Let's begin gently. Let's explore this quiet but powerful truth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Change is uncomfortable. Even when we say we want it, even when we know something needs to shift, a part of us still holds back. Why? Because staying the same feels safer. Because even if we're not happy where we are, at least it's familiar. There's a strange kind of comfort in our routines, even the ones that don't serve us anymore. Think about it. You want to wake up earlier. You set your alarm for 6:00 a.m. But when the morning comes, your hand automatically hits the snooze button. Your body remembers what it always does, not what you hope it will do. And that's the thing. Hope isn't enough to create change. Habits are. Our brains are wired to repeat what's familiar. It takes energy to rewire those neural pathways, and it feels hard when you're tired, discouraged, or scared. We resist change not because we're lazy, but because deep down we're trying to protect ourselves. We're protecting ourselves from failure, from looking silly, from starting something we might not finish. We say things like, I'll start tomorrow, I'm too busy right now, or I don't know where to begin. But beneath those words, the real fear is often, what if I try and I still don't succeed? So we freeze, we wait. We distract ourselves with scrolling on social media, with snacks, with anything but that one hard thing we know we should do. And here's a gentle truth. Avoiding change doesn't protect your peace. It postpones your growth. What if we stopped asking, what if I fail? And started asking, what might open up if I try? Because not trying, that's also a decision. And every time you choose to stay the same, you're also choosing to stay away from the life you say you want. But please, don't be harsh with yourself. This isn't about blame, it's about awareness. You're not behind in life. You're just on the edge of your next chapter. And it starts with one small, Yes. You don't need to change everything at once. But maybe today, you can choose to change one thing. Just one. That's where it all begins. Change doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't need a big announcement. It can begin quietly. It can be as simple as choosing to drink a glass of water instead of a sugary soda, or turning off your phone 10 minutes earlier than usual. We often think that change has to be dramatic. A new year, a new job, a new life. But real, lasting change usually starts in the small, ordinary moments of our day. Big results come from tiny choices that are repeated consistently over time. Let me tell you something simple that changed my life. I used to always say, I don't have time to learn English. But one day, I set a timer for just 5 minutes to listen to an English podcast. That's it. No pressure, no goal, just 5 quiet minutes. I did it again the next day, and then the next. Eventually, 5 minutes became 10, and 10 became 20. And soon, listening to English felt natural, not forced. The point isn't the number of minutes. The point is this. I stopped waiting to change, and I started. That small shift rewired how I saw myself. I was no longer someone who never has time. I became someone who makes time. And you can do that too. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. So, what if your small shift is writing one new English word a day in your notebook? Or taking the stairs instead of the elevator? Or saying no to one distraction? Or saying yes to a short walk outside? Or repeating one English sentence out loud each morning? You don't need motivation to start. You just need to move your hand, open your mouth, or make one better choice than you did yesterday. Progress isn't about perfection, it's about the pattern. When you choose a new pattern, no matter how small, your future starts to move in a new, better direction. And here's a reminder. Every step forward, no matter how small, is still movement. And movement is how change begins. Perfection is a beautiful lie. It's a story we tell ourselves that keeps us safe and small. It tells us, wait until you're ready, do it perfectly or don't do it at all. Everyone will judge you if you mess up. And so, we wait. We rewrite the same sentence again and again. We hesitate to speak English out loud. We avoid the gym, the phone call, the project, because we don't feel ready enough. But here's the truth. You don't have to be perfect to begin. You just have to begin to get better. Progress is quiet. It's messy. It's full of try-agains. It doesn't always feel like success. Sometimes, progress feels like, I only studied for 5 minutes today. Or, I only understood half of that podcast. Or, I made 3 grammar mistakes while speaking. But guess what? That is still progress. Because you showed up. You said something. You learned something. And that is more than you did yesterday. Let go of the perfect image in your head, the one where you speak perfect, fluent English without any mistakes, or the one where you wake up every day at 5:00 a.m., or the one where you always eat clean and journal and smile. Life isn't a highlight reel from social media. It's a collection of real, imperfect days, and you're allowed to grow slowly. Consistency always beats intensity, and done is always better than perfect. So, speak with mistakes, study with tired eyes, move forward even when your voice shakes. Nobody's journey is a smooth, straight line. Every fluent speaker was once a beginner who sounded unsure. Every strong, healthy habit was once an awkward, new experiment. You are allowed to stumble. You are allowed to restart. Don't measure how perfect your progress looks to others. Measure how honest you're being with your own effort. If you keep showing up, if you keep trying, if you keep learning, something will shift. Something is already shifting inside you right now. Let's pause here for a moment. Maybe you've been waiting. Waiting for the perfect plan, waiting for the right energy, the right words, the right mood. But deep down, you already know the truth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And that change, it doesn't have to be huge. It can be one deep breath before you react. It can be one kind word to yourself after you make a mistake. It can be one page read, one step walked, one sentence spoken. Your future isn't built in a day. It's built in your small, quiet choices today. You don't need to fix your whole life right now. You just need to shift one thing. The rest will follow. So, I invite you now, close your eyes if you can, breathe in deeply through your nose, and breathe out gently through your mouth. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Now, ask yourself softly, what is one small change I'm ready to make today? Don't think too hard. Just feel it. It might be tiny. That's okay. All big change starts in these unseen, quiet moments. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are simply becoming. One small act of courage each day can open the door to a completely new life. The final secret. So, here's your quiet reminder. No more waiting. No more perfect timing. Just one honest step forward. You've got this. And I'm right here with you every time you press play. We've talked about how change feels uncomfortable, how our brains prefer familiar habits, and how the fear of failure can keep us stuck. We've also explored the immense power of small, consistent actions and the importance of letting go of perfection. And now, for the secret I promised at the beginning. The simple secret to making real, lasting change is this. You don't need motivation to act. You need to act to create motivation. Motivation is not a magical feeling that you wait for. Motivation is the result of your actions. When you take one small step, like listening to English for just 5 minutes, you feel a small sense of accomplishment. That feeling of accomplishment is motivation. It makes you want to take another small step tomorrow. Action creates motivation, which creates more action. It's a beautiful, positive cycle. But it always starts with that first, small, sometimes difficult action. So, my challenge to you is this. Choose one small action you will take today to move forward. It could be reading one page of an English book, saying one sentence out loud in English, or listening to one English song. Just one small thing. Do it, and then notice the small feeling of pride that comes after. That feeling is your motivation for tomorrow. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom English podcast channel to watch our next videos.